Mount Rainier National Park, washed. The elusive weasel-like mammal poked its head out of the wooden crate, glanced around and quickly darted into the thick forest of Mount Rainier National Park, returning to a landscape where it had been missing for 7 decades. One by one, 10 Pacific fishers that had been trapped in British Columbia were set free at the park south of Seattle as part of a multi-year effort to reintroduce the native species to its historic range. A large crowd gathered Friday to herald the return of the dark brown member of the weasel family with its lush fur and bushy tail. They cheered, clapped and hooted, and First Nations and American Indian tribal members sang and drummed, as each crate door was lifted and a fisher streaked out of sight across the snowy ground. "We're correcting something that we mismanaged a long time ago before we knew enough to manage wildlife populations," said Jeffrey Lewis, a biologist with the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. "Now we can fix that because we know how to. We know we've got a lot of habitat here. All we were missing were the fishers." Current time 0-100, duration time 0-100, loaded 0% progress 0%, 0-100, full screen 0-100. Mute fishers historically were found throughout much of the forested areas of the West Coast, but they declined in numbers due to trapping in the 1800s and early 1900s, and the loss of forest habitats. By the mid-1900s they were eliminated from Washington state. The solitary animals were listed as state endangered species in 1998. They're one of the few predators of porcupines and are found only in North America. While common in the Northeast and Midwest, they're rare in the Northwest. Population estimates of West Coast fishers today are anywhere from a couple hundred to a few thousand, mostly in southern Oregon and northern California. More recently, West Coast fishers have faced threats from illegal pesticide use by marijuana growers, but they're slowly making a comeback in Washington through reintroduction efforts involving WDFW, Conservation Northwest, the National Park Service or other park